Everybody,
how are we doing? There we do. Whatever.
Welcome to the Laugh Lab podcast. My name is Dave Kopp. This is Jason Wapshaw. And if you've been watching, we've done a whole bunch of these now. And this is our recap episode.
Episode 15.
Yeah,
I think she said 15.
We think so. Talking about just how everything's going. And we have a lot to talk about because in the last 24 hours, we put together all these episodes. Plus, you headlined a show
last night. Yep.
It was sold out.
It was super fun.
Dude, it
was cool.
It's amazing.
It's like, I played to sell. You don't want to say it was at Dakota's, but it was sold out. There was a lot of people there.
Dude, by the way, that's what all comedy clubs are. That's the size of a comedy club.
I know. I always bust your balls.
Yeah, a sold out show at Dakota's is equal to a sold out show at anywhere. There was a lot of people.
There was more people than would have came in.
There was 80
And the biggest thing I thought was impressive was it was on the Blue Jays game. So when I saw that was on the schedule for that, I thought it was going to be me by myself.
Dude, my club in Vernon, we had 2 shows tonight, and they called me yesterday and canceled the early show because of the Blue Jays.
Okay, yeah.
So and then we sold out.
And then we sold out for it, so it was pretty cool.
So I made sure they knew that. I was like, by the way, remember? Yes.
They were like, by the way, that was one of our best nights in there.
We sold out.
We raised like $1,600 or $1,700 for Autism Okanagan. Shout out to Tammy. She does a good job there.
Yeah.
And I think one of my favorite things about last night is we had 5 new people that have been watching this podcast approach us, see how fun it is, and then they want to come to open mic.
Yeah.
So that's a big plus. Except for they kept asking me about how good open mic was, and I'm like, I've only been once. Yeah.
So, but if you are watching this and you're like, hey, can I do open mic? I'd like to do it. Do it, please. That's one of the reasons we're doing this.
Yeah.
Is to let people know that the bar for entry is pretty low.
Very, very low. It is low. It's low.
It's not a bar. It's tape on the floor.
Yeah.
Please come.
Yeah. He's like I think I said in my set last night. I'm like, if you can't get up on the stage, we'll help you even get up there.
Yeah, we'll build a ramp. Please do comedy.
Yeah. So it's super fun.
I mean, we really need people. I mean, that's the strange thing about comedy. It's a beautiful exchange. Everyone who does it is there because they want to be.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the club only works if we constantly have new people starting because, it takes someone. It takes someone months and months and months to get to the point where they even know if they want to do this forever.
Yeah.
Right? Or for a while. So I have to start a lot of guys.
Yeah. I could see that for sure.
You stuck with it, and that's the story of the guys who stick with it is one story.
Yeah.
But there is a story of guys who do it 3 times and then
they're
move
out,
or they're busy and whatever, and it's
Well, I'm just at 1 year.
Yeah.
Which is, a couple guys asked me last night, they're like, oh, how many years have you been doing this? I was like, just a year.
Yeah.
And you're already headlining? I was like, my schedule's a little different, and we've done some different things.
Yeah.
And it's fun to play into that and stuff too.
Yeah.
But I think some of those guys are like, oh, can I just come do 25? And I'm like, you got to talk to Dave. I don't know.
I mean, I am kind of I do say to people, you can come do 25. I mean, the idea, in the end, it is a business. And if I have someone who's super hilarious that can't fill the room, I can only do that so many times before I'm I'd rather get somebody fresher, new, that maybe isn't quite as good, but they can fill the room. I mean, it's a business, right?
So that's where he's putting me. Low down there, but I can fill the room.
No, you're good. People had a good time. And the fact that they ask you how long you've been doing this and assuming that you've been doing it for longer,
I always like
is
that.
a compliment, right? So,
and the one guy's like, oh, were you up? The one guy came to me to the store today.
Yeah.
He thought I was up there for the same time as all the other ones.
Yeah.
He's like, there was no way that was 25 minutes. He's like, I laughed the whole time.
Yeah.
I was a little over 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And I said, he's like, well, how long were the others? I was like, they were 7 minutes. He's like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, he never thought that. So, and there was some really good opening acts last night too. You did a good set. That one, your bedridden piece is good. You guys got to see Dave for sure.
Yeah.
Could you tell 80% of mine was just written Thursday night?
Yeah.
You could.
No. I know. The thing is, I know.
You had heard a few of my things.
I can't. Yeah,
but you pretty much know all my stuff.
Yeah, of course. But I can't be you can't ask me to be a neutral judge when I'm not neutral because I've been watching everything. Mm-hmm. So I know, when you're like, oh, could you tell my new joke's new? It's I know it's new.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not as polished.
You're better off asking someone who hasn't seen you.
But I like hearing from you because it's
No,
here's Dave, the mighty mentor of Dakota's club.
Well, Dakota's club. I like how you little at the bottom. It was, you did awesome. You had the crowd the whole time. People were enjoying it. and you did like, you brought everybody in.
Yeah.
You brought
I didn't do a lot of crowd work, but I brought people in.
I think I like that. I like that. That was one of the cool things, because I'm thinking like, I can only think of like a few crowd worky things that you did.
Yeah.
It was mostly material.
But they were involved.
Yeah.
And I knew people in certain things. If you guys were there, you'll know what I'm talking about. But at one point I was like bent over the stool with my ass in the air. And in my brain it played out so funny. And it was for Dr. Teal, and then he didn't show. And then when I was doing it, everybody was laughing, and I'd already thought about having my head the other way and whispering in the mic and everything. Yeah. But I did not think my big fat ass would be facing the rest of the room.
By the way, you owe me a new stool.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of wish the stool would have broke, because I've broke many chairs in my lifetime, and then I would have definitely had like there's another one, but it would have just been just a crush.
That stool is so sketch.
It was rickety.
Oh yeah.
And then it was funny because I had my drink up on it and I put it on the ground, and then I looked at one point and I'd forgot about my drink, and the mic cord was wrapped around my drink.
Oh shit.
And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna dump my drink and look like a big doofus up here.
That's funny though.
But I knew I had all those people right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then there was these two grumpy old guys that were sitting there with their arms crossed for like all four openers. Yeah. And I was like, these.
Do you know those guys?
No, I knew two of the people, but not the two grumpy old guys.
In the front, right?
Yeah. And I was like, I got to get these guys. And then at one point I looked over and they were both busting a guy.
Yeah.
And then a couple of the autism girls said they were laughing so hard they had tears in their eyes. And that's like
really
the
good.
biggest compliment.
That's the best.
I said, I'm going to start this thing. Yeah. I don't know how to bring it up to the public, but since we don't get paid, I want to start a thing like, if I make you laugh so much that like you'll remember it or you got tears or whatever, I want you to sign like a $5 bill and like what the date was and sign it. And then I collect things. So I was like, I'd be cool to keep the $5 bills from all these shows because it's kind of like you say in this business, a token.
Yeah, it's a token, man. That's the thing. And by the way, it's not that we don't get paid. It's on the charity shows. All the money goes to charity. Just so like,
I probably said it the wrong way. Yeah. I don't get paid.
It sounds like a slave.
The good comedians get paid. I didn't even get my free beer last night.
We ran out of beer.
Oh, well, oh no.
No, we did.
Katie's booze bill, I paid $190 for them at the table. The waitress came and gave me the bill, and then they spent like another $160 outside. So it was an expensive night for me.
Keeping the lights on.
Yeah, but we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Dude, you killed it. Okay, and the openers did awesome.
They did very good. Yeah. I keep forgetting her name. What was the girl's name?
Lydia.
Very proud of her. That was her first paid show.
She did great.
Yeah, it was her.
She did great.
She was kind of hyperventilating a little bit and puffing before she got up there. She's like, "Is it always like this?" I was like, "The room's not usually this full here." No. And she's only ever done. How long has she been doing open mic?
Well, she's been off and on because she's a mom and she's busy, but. Maybe 6 months or something.
Okay, so really good for her to get that experience.
And not that often.
Yeah.
Like, she was sporadic, but then she started coming more. So that's
and Max's
really
set
cool.
killed it.
Max killed it.
Yeah, I was proud of him. I was like, because we had actually shot. You'll see the podcast before this one. We're only shooting these back-to-back days, so our timeline's a little mixed up. But like we had talked about a few things, and then it seemed like he took some of that and was there.
Max is great.
He was more confident.
He's great.
He's got to stop. He's not going to listen to me. He might listen to me. He's got to stop apologizing to the crowd and being like, "Oh, that's not sorry. I'm funny. I'm sorry," and move on.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like I like it when people own it.
But he's so funny. Like even when he apologizes, that because he's such a character, right? Like even like when he does those little weird, like everyone has them, right? The weird things that. Idiosyncrasies of you.
I don't know if that's the word, but I kind of know what you're talking about.
It's like idiosyncratic. It's like what makes you you.
Yeah,
and it's
like a tick.
Yeah, so he has like what makes him him. I have what makes me me. You have yours too. And everyone has it. And whatever his are, they're hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, and like the idea that he apologizes is kind of funny too.
Well, it was funny because you did a part about like adopting an unhoused person.
Yes.
And then he gets up and talks about adopting kids.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, oh, did those guys plan that? Like it worked.
Yeah.
It was a good set.
But it's very smart that he did that. Because you notice what he did. He's like, oh, Dave said this, and now I'm going to do this, and it's so much better than him not addressing that. Because if he doesn't address it, then people are like, didn't Dave just talk about that?
The better I get at this, and the more I do it, I listen to all the other sets, and I try to bring back things, or I try to talk or do things. So like the cookies, Tom Cookie was in the crowd, so I talked about that, and I try to bring all those people in because it does make you feel
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they feel important
Yeah,
too,
they're
right?
like, oh, he's talking about
it's
me
like, oh,
and
I
stuff.
came to the
Yeah.
show and
I tried to get Chris involved last night, but he's like, and I caught him off guard, and he came up to me after. He's like, let's do that again. I got so many good things to say.
yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's a half hour ago. That's never gonna happen again. Like, we won't be able to get there. So it's got to be faster and quicker.
Yeah.
But they really like that show too. And I don't know what it is, and I don't know. I know a lot of the other comedians listen to the show, and I don't know if you guys agree or not. But it's something about when you can get the comedians laughing and having fun.
It's the best feeling.
It's almost, it's like your peers. Like, you kind of look over there, you see them having a good time.
And you can tell, it's funny, like, I'm sure you can sense it too, but like, when I'm sitting with the guys that have been doing it forever, and I've known them forever too, right? So we're really connected in that way. But when you're sitting there and it's like, you know that they're laughing for the same reason you're laughing, and sometimes it's not for the reason the comic thinks you're laughing.
Sure,
and you're just like you see a comic say like a thing or do a move or do something where you're like, oh God, it's so cringy. But it's like, you know, like the audience doesn't know it's cringy, and the comic is, maybe they know, but it's like so funny.
But you're still getting laughs, and you're still having fun.
Who cares?
Yeah, like
none of this matters.
Like Trin asked me the other day, she's like, she's only 16, and she's like, how do you get up there and talk about, like, if you shit your pants or you burnt your dick or you did something? She's like, isn't that embarrassing? I'm like, that's the best thing in the world. Oh, yeah. I'm like, if you get people feeling your embarrassment, and like I do this one bit about, you know, burning maybe parts and stuff, and if you get people feeling that embarrassment, they're with you. They love it. They love it when you know.
They want to hear all that.
They know that they have a story like that for $1 million they wouldn't get up and talk to people. Yeah. So it's just something about it where it's like, who cares? Like, you can get up and make fun of this and that, and you know, my stepson was there last night, and he's kind of upset with me today because I might have thrown him under the bus with a few things and stuff, and told him about you know, some things about his mom and stuff in front of all those people.
That's good though.
It's good entertainment.
It's good for him because it'll like makes him tough.
It'll either be traumatic or distressed. Like,
put a scar. Leaves a scar, but then the scar tissue is stronger.
But he knows it gets thicker.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. So you did awesome. Everyone did awesome. That was pretty much like
Joey hosted.
Yeah,
he killed it. Yeah.
Almost like a perfect show.
Yeah.
You don't, honestly, like a perfect show.
I had that a lot today. People, even you said it was my best show.
Yeah, and beautiful in the sense that, like, you could say, like, a perfect show for what it was, but everyone was at their best. Mm-hmm. Everyone on the show. Like, we loaded it with some newer guys. Yeah. So, like, to say, like, was it the best show we've ever had there? It's like, well, these are newer guys, so that's impossible. But it was everyone at their best. Yeah. Which was really good.
And the crowd left super happy. Yeah. They all loved it. They're all like, oh, I want to come back. I want to do that again.
And to make that much money for the charity, because, like, even talking to the lady from the charity, she's like, you know, how else do you make that much money in one night?
And going and having fun.
And having fun. Right?
I think there's a few other groups that are going to come on board. If any of you guys have charities that you want to raise some money, or better yet, if you have a business and you want to support a show, it's only $400. Yeah. $400 donation. We'll get your name on the banner. We'll pump the shit out of it. We'll probably make fun of your business a little bit, but that's the fun part. You could come to a Christmas party or anything like that. I actually talked to a company today that might want to book a whole room and a whole show. It's like, it's awesome. It raises a ton of money and it's awareness. So either A, you got $400, you want to sponsor a show, or B, you need the charity, you need the money. Come see Dave and he'll help you guys out for sure.
Just message me, find me on Facebook. Yeah. So that went awesome. And then, like, the podcast has been going great too. Like, have you been learning from the guests or
tons? I think it's been super, like, seeing the new people versus the old people, and even the guys versus the the girls and stuff. And the girls seem so much more smarter than the guys. Like Erin's like, oh, I wore pink because it matches your side. And even if she's bullshitting us or not, we don't know. But she's just smart, right? Yeah. So it is seen, and I think we found out a lot of people want to be murderers. Like
that's a big thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that want to learn how to kill you and stuff like that. But it's been. Have you learned anything? You've been in this long. Like, are you learning stuff from these people?
This is really cool because what I found is, like, it makes the connection between the comics and myself better because like. You know,
me too, because I don't know them, right?
Yeah. You rarely sit down. Like, I hire these guys, I'd watch them perform, and we're friends in that capacity. But beyond that, it's rare. So it's nice to sit down and talk. Yeah.
But I wish we run longer ones sometimes.
Exactly, right? And it's cool to see, like, how things operate in different places and at different levels, right?
I think my favorite ones are the guys that are traveling and their stories.
Yeah.
And it's neat to see.
But it's interesting, like even talking to Steve McGowan yesterday and just saying like, you know, what some of the things that we're doing are, because like, for example, when you do this, the arc of like someone's career in comedy is kind of, it's just like any other business. It's like this. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But that's life, right? That's
life. I just went to the eye doctor.
Yeah, that's life. So, but it's like, what do you do when you've sort of done a lot, right? Or got to your peak or whatever. Now you want to slow down. You want to do other things, and it's like cool to see what some people are doing, because it's like, are you going to go on tour more? Are you going to do other creative things? Like so many people are like, oh, I'm writing a script or making a film or writing a book or going to another, like touring for fun and stuff. And that's kind of cool to see too.
I think if we would have done this a year ago and you would have said, hey, you're going to be at this spot, I would feel comfortable throwing you in any club and doing 25. I would have been like, fuck off. Like, A, I would have been like, hey, I don't have time to do that. And B, I would have been like, I'm not going and get to put your name behind this and do this. And now 100% I would feel comfortable walking into any club, anything in the world and doing a set and know that I belong. Which in short term, like that's, to me, it's just so crazy that you can go, like I wouldn't, like some of the compliments, you're like, people are like, oh, well, are you a pro or you do this? I'm like, fuck, I don't know shit. So I'm like, but that's the best thing about comedy.
You can do, right?
Can start, you can't just go play NHL tomorrow if you've never skated.
Totally.
Like, you know, like you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to be a quarterback in the NFL. But in comedy, the bar is low. And you can just walk in.
And the truth is, like, people want to see people they connect with, and it's like being funny and being the funniest guy in the world is like, it's true, it obviously that's the most important part, but they also want connection, and if you can connect with people at whatever level you're at. And then the other thing is, like, the truth about comedy clubs and comedy shows is like, it's a business where we want to get people in the door, and if you can help get people in the door, and the comics are a rare breed too, right? It's not like we have hundreds of people. It's not like people get the misconception of what comedy is, because sometimes you see LA or you see Austin or New York, and it's like, those are the meccas. And so you will get a lineup of hundreds of people, but you'll get a lineup of hundreds of people for a toothpaste commercial in LA. Right? So it's like,
and there's no telling the difference between everybody.
So, but like in a regular city, it's like, you're kind of looking for people that have the ability. And when you find them, you have to be like, oh my God, we got one. Let's
we can do it and build off of it.
Let's make this guy into a headliner.
I've loved it, because every show I've done, the group of people that come and help and follow has got bigger and bigger. And the amount of people like, hey, tell me next time. Like, we could headline a show in 3 weeks, and almost everybody that was there last night would come again.
Well, the other thing is, like, you've done something that is kind of rare in the sense that, like, you're not, because of your background and who you are, you're not like afraid to kind of grab a group of people around you, right? Because a lot of comics,
you're still going, what if I suck? What if they don't like me? Whatever. Once they've paid it and they give the money to charity.
But like the point I'm making is that, like, some people that when they're younger and they don't have that social group around them, right? So you've already got like a built-in, like, because of your business, 20 years of business or whatever, you got people around you, and that's awesome. Because like filling the club isn't easy.
No, I've seen a lot there. That I'm like, these guys are amazing. Why is not every seat?
There's a handful of guys that could fill the club, and to be honest, like, I'd say half of them are because they're in a similar situation to you, where they have a ton of people around them. I mean, Alex Miller is like this great example of someone who's done both, because now he's at the point where he's a Yuck Yucks headliner, and he's like legit awesome, and he's touring around, and he's so funny. But like, he kind of had a bonus when he started, in that he started at like 40, and he had a business and all those things, and he was filling the room too. And it's awesome, because it's like, if you don't have that, like, to fill the room when you're an amateur comic, way harder.
I've done a few shows there where there's like 20 people, and I'm like, whoa. Like this, I'm like, how do guys do this all the time? Like when we have guests on here, and they're like, oh, I do open mic in a room the size of this podcast studio. You're like, what the fuck? It's like, I don't know if I would be able to survive that.
Well, the reality is part of the job now, the promotion side of it. It's like, no one wants to do it. There's very few people who want to do it, but if you can do it consistently, it helps so much. And like, I see guys touring the country, it's like, there's such a difference in the guys that really are good at it and the guys that aren't. It's like, you either have a career or you don't.
Yeah.
Like, that's the difference. Make money and make a living at this, or you just your hobby.
Yeah.
And that's the difference there.
I think I have the benefit of having a good job, so I don't need it. So there's not that pressure in the background.
Yeah.
If I was like having to write jokes to keep money, to find jobs, to find spots, to find, it would change. But you know, sure, but it's a lot more fun.
But the beautiful thing as well is like, it could be like, imagine if suddenly, just like as a whatever, like a thought experiment, if the fucking rug was pulled out from under you, and all these businesses went away.
Yeah.
And here's the truth.
I think I feel confident I can make money
like,
doing
you
that.
look at, that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have any other thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, my shows have to work.
Yeah.
And I wake up and I go, oh my God. Because I'm booking, I mean, any week, any average week in Kelowna, I've got 6 shows.
Yeah. Which is a lot on the go.
It's almost a show a day.
So with this podcast and people learning and stuff, and you guys have learned a lot about the comedy club and running and the manager and being a comedian. So it's a unique thing. Like, you find this beneficial, you're having fun.
Good.
One thing if you're listening, we'd like some comments or feedback or something. Because we're just staring into the hallway.
We think you're listening. If you're listening, message us or comment or whatever. That'd be cool. And come to the club and bring some people, bring some friends out and see the show. Have a good time. And obviously, like, it's nice to fill the club, but it's also nice for you. Like,
don't need to go on tour or do anything. Come have fun and just check it out. Like I say, it's been a year and I would feel comfortable now going and doing, things and stuff. And it's like, awesome. But it's like, you don't have to be doing it day one.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm stoked.
And like, much like I'm sure if you were to move to a new city right now, you'd be like, okay, let's start a comedy club. Let's do this. Yeah. Would you still do it? If Dakota's was torn down tonight, which who knows? If it is, I told the waitress the food poison joke last night, and she's punched me in the arm. She laughed. She's like, it's probably true. Anyways, if it was demolished tonight and you're in Kelowna, or if you're moving to a new city, would you do the same thing? Yeah,
I've the way that I model my club and the things that I do. Because I'm like the biggest kind of promoter in Kelowna I take on the majority of the shows. Mm-hmm. There's some guys that run the bigger theater shows and stuff that I don't really touch right now. But anyway, I do the most shows.
We're working towards that.
But I do the most shows. That's the point. Yeah. So the way that I do things is a little different than people do in other cities. I do a lot for charity. And a lot of my shows are that way. And I bring up a lot for a lot of new comics. I start a lot of new comics. So I'm sort of the roots of the comedy scene. Yeah. And that's what I pride myself on. If I were to go into a new city and I were to hit the ground running with my model, if I were in like a really big city, I think it'd be pretty crazy. Yeah. Like what I could do, imagine if I was in Toronto or Vancouver, right? And I had like my pick of the comics.
All the people.
That'd be nuts.
But it might be crazier because you might have 300 guys going.
Well, exactly. Or whatever. Or you'd have like rent that would be astronomical. And like it could be literally impossible. I think comedians or fans of comedy and business people who look at comedy clubs, they get the wrong idea because they go like, especially if you come from a business, not just yourself, but like other guys that I've talked to that are like, oh, I know how businesses work. Yeah. Why doesn't your comedy club just do this? Yeah. And the fact is, you look at the comedy clubs in the major cities in Canada, and they're not much different than Dakota's. Yeah. They're not much bigger. And it's like, those aren't idiots. Yeah. They're not idiots. There's some really smart people. So there's factors that we probably haven't considered yet that really bear down on the business model. But that said, like my sponsorship model, my charity model is pretty unique and pretty strong. So I think if that expanded, it would be awesome. So
what do you think? You have 30, 40 comics in your roster, you think? And how many of those?
About 30, maybe.
Okay, so of those 30 and like open mic and stuff, I put you on the spot maybe. How many of those 30 do you comfortably put into weekends?
Oh, anyone. I think about 20.
Okay, so that's pretty good number.
But the 20 rotate.
Yeah, so like 60, you're not seeing the same comics all the time.
I lose 2 guys every I I typically lose one guy every 6 months.
Okay.
And so I need to build a new guy.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I learned this as I went. My scene hasn't gotten any bigger.
Yeah.
It's been the same size. It just, what happens is a top guy leaves, a new guy starts, a top guy leaves, a new guy starts, and someone in the middle leaves or whatever. But the scene as a whole.
But do you see them move up the ranks?
Yes, but as soon as they get to the top of the ranks, they typically go somewhere.
Yeah.
And so I have a few guys that stick around.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. So my top tier is better than ever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as a whole, it's sort of the same quality across the board.
Because that was the first show I'd done with, was it Riley last night?
Yeah.
And like, I don't think he knew who I was or whatever.
Yeah,
And so we were talking a little bit after the show, and he's like, "Oh, how long?" "Oh, like a year." And he's like, "Oh, okay." Like, so it was cool to see. And I'd seen him before.
Because if you're not doing
there.
the open mics, then you're not going to see everybody, because like you're only going to be on one of my 5 shows.
Yeah. And Max was funny because he's always like, "Oh, I always know you're going to bring people, so I like to be on your show."
Yeah, totally.
So I'm like, that's pretty cool.
But the other model that I thought of yesterday that was really cool, and I've been thinking about this for a while. It's like, imagine this. Imagine building a club in like a super touristy city somewhere else in the world, like Cancun or like Phuket or something.
And just traveling.
And just having a wicked club where the clientele is English speaking. They come through, they're all new every day.
Yeah.
And you could just have the best comics in the world who were like, who wouldn't want to perform in Cancun?
Just stop by.
Right? It's like, come to
super
headline
cool.
Cancun for 4 days, stay in a wicked beach house and perform. And then it's like,
that'd be awesome. That'd be super fun.
So, I mean, there's a couple.
The crowd gets a little rowdy at Dakota's. I don't know about a beach crowd in Cancun. It might be.
It would just crazy.
Be hammered. If there's anybody listening, and Dave definitely did put me up this, if there's anybody that would like to buy a club or purchase a club, I always rag on him because I think you could have a 200 seat place comfortably.
Yeah.
Because last night when there was people standing and people didn't get in, pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
and that's for a nobody. So
as long as you're headlining every day.
Yeah, so I was like, but when you have like these good big guys and we could sell 200, 300 tickets, I think it'd be super fun.
Yeah. And
I think there's a lot of money to be made on food and alcohol. And different events or whatever. Maybe it's a business idea out there somewhere. You never know. I don't know. Yeah. Most of it's the comics listening, and they're happy getting their free beers. So you don't know.
We have them.
I didn't even get a free beer last night, and I filled the place.
I gotta call the guy.
That's okay. I was like, I just rag on the beers anyways.
The screeching weasel or whatever.
I don't know what it was. Weasel piss or something.
No, it's not called weasel piss. It's called, don't say that. Don't say that. No, you didn't even get one.
I know.
Dude, what are you talking about?
I think the cans like deteriorate.
It's fine.
Anyways, if you guys got any ideas for us to talk about things on here, we'd love to hear it. We're going to keep running new comics. Guys that come through town, we're going to bring some of the ones back now that have learned a little more.
Yeah, and we got lots more. I mean, we've had, 10 guys. So it's like,
we got guys that want to be on the show that haven't done a show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, the rule is you have to have done at least a show at some point at Dakota's.
Yeah.
Like we can't or going to do it that weekend or something.
Yeah.
We can't just have like...
It's got to be people performing. We don't...
There's a lot of people that are just funny in their settings.
Yeah.
Like last night I was sitting with a bunch of people after and we were drinking and 4 or 5 of them could do a set.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like... And they think they could do sets.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's a lot. When you get up there and you got to remember all that and you're not interacting with the people. Because like a lot of people are funniest when people are feeding them and giving them stuff.
Yeah.
But to just get up there and talk to the world when there's nothing coming back at you.
Yeah.
It's a different.
It's so easy to think you could do it.
Yeah.
But it's the same like anything, right? Like you look at like, oh, I bet I could be a hockey player. I bet I could. It's like,
Last night was the first time I've ever stopped a show when the waitress was serving table food.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on over there? And it was awkward, but I was like, man, if I can hear it that loud, obviously everybody else can.
Yeah, but
you guys that have done it for so long, you just block all that out.
Well, I look at it cost ratio.
Like I never look at anybody bugging you at all. Like you're always in there.
But it's like I have a cost ratio thing. Mm-hmm. And by the way, when I'm on stage, I'm always like doing my set, but also running the club.
Of course.
So it's like I perform in a very different way.
That's why I like I get to see you do this 7 minutes and this and that all the time. So I like it when I get to see you do like a longer set or
very
whatever.
Different.
And it's like, holy shit, like that's awesome.
Yeah, it's very different.
So I know we were talking about maybe going on the road and doing some shows. I was like, that'll be cool. If we can go
it's such a different vibe. Like when I do a real set, I'm loose and crazy. When I'm running my room or like hosting, all I'm doing is setting the next guy up.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the best thing I could do to make this show go like so smooth? And it's like, and because
you're kind of hosting, but you're not hosting.
Yeah.
I think Joey even said, he's like, well, Dave took half my host out of there.
Yeah,
so it's
and
like,
Joey noticed it more because Joey is very capable.
That's his spot.
But it's like, if I do that for someone who doesn't really know what they're doing, it's so much easier because they get up there and but yesterday everything was easy anyway, so I probably didn't need to do all that.
Yeah,
but like,
it's, you never know it's going to be like that.
No, and so that's kind of my sneaky gift to the host. Yeah, is like I did a little bit of the hard work.
Yeah, if you want to see us come on the road, if you guys got a little pub or a bar or something, I think we're talking about doing a show in Creston.
Yeah.
And we actually just got asked to do a show in Cranbrook.
Yeah.
So if we could catch a weekend there,
I
think it'd be fun.
I
mean, I don't, it's...
And then Asia.
Yeah, apparently we're going to Tokyo.
Yeah, we're going to go to Japan.
So that... super excited.
That's going to be wicked.
I don't get excited for travel very much because I travel a lot and it's for work. If I actually get to go just to make fun of people and have fun and eat.
Yeah. So we gotta figure out our dates, and I gotta get my passport renewed, and then we gotta.
You don't even have a passport right now?
I have a passport, but it's not renewed.
You shouldn't be, if you're my friend, you should never not have a passport, because there is the weirdest times where I'm like, hey, let's just go to Vegas, let's go do this, let's go.
But it's like, we'll go to Japan, and there's a wicked club in Japan, it's so cool, and there's like several that we can go to, and it's gonna be awesome.
I think we'll look forward to that. I don't know how we'll see who's going or what's going on, but
I mean, there's a lot of people who would want to go. Yeah. So we got to kind of like figure out our list. Yeah. And make it, but it'd be neat to have a full show. Yeah. It'd be neat to be like,
just to have that show.
Yeah, we're coming there with a full show. Yeah. Right.
And then we could roll.
And then it's like, it's like, okay, we got 3 different gigs, and like, like my best friend's in Japan, so he'll meet us there. And we'll check out Japan, and we need to have a guide, right? Yeah, he probably won't be there the whole time because he's a dad with little kids. But it'd be awesome. He'll show us around, and
so there you go. So you don't have to live in Tokyo to invite us, but if we want to do something fun,
if you live in a city that doesn't suck.
I've got Toronto November 7th. If you're in the area, or you're going to be, or you're listening, please come to that show. I don't know how ticket sales are going. I got to talk to Alex.
We got to talk to Alex.
Alex Miller and I are coming to do that show. We'll have a few other guys there.
Kyle Patton's on the show.
Yeah. So that's going to be super, super fun.
Oh, dude, that show's going to be awesome.
Yeah, unless nobody shows up, and then we're just going to be...
we'll
get people... So, okay, anything else?
No.
Okay, keep checking us out. I think this is episode 15, if we're counting right. If Katie's counting right, I don't know. And we're comedians. We don't need a lot of support, just a little. Yeah. So just a comment, a like, a follow, something.